Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Well, today we're talking about new growth, new problems. So we're talking about the development, getting the gym back up to full speed, full revenue, and the logistics of new problems. So not mindset, not other stuff, but today we'll be talking about transition. So day job is going well. Finished a big hurdle bottleneck. That's looking good. Something about me and my career that I was hoping for implicitly is I've had a lot of roles. And for the job that I have now, it's a W-2, and every Christmas there's a bonus for those who make it through January 1. And so it's a tech company. It competes with like Netflix, Amazon, and a lot of like other streaming companies. And so a lot of those companies will do like cash, like different for stock options, a lot of like fancy compensation. We have a thing that if you're with the company through like your employment first date, then you get a bonus. You also get a bonus if you're with the company through the end of the calendar year. And so January 1, everyone who survived and made it, you now are marked down to get like a long-term incentive bonus. So instead of jumping ship, you now get a bonus. So right today is like December 10th, and I had a big project, big deliverable, and got very good feedback, very, very good response on it. So I think the odds are pretty good. I'll make it through the end of the calendar year. And assuming I make it to January 1, then I will get earmarked for a sizable bonus, cash bonus, that I'll receive like mid-January. So that was a big check mark. So definitely not guaranteed. Still 3 weeks left to go. But that was a big one. On the business side of things, this past weekend, we got overwhelmed with leads. It was exciting. We're scaling up the ad spend. We're now doing offset checks, I think $150 a day. And over the 3-day weekend, we got like 35 leads. And so we're getting a lot of leads really quickly. And about a fourth of them self-booked appointments. My sales rep was able to book a handful of those for additional appointments as well. And so we're getting a lot of folks that are running the paid ads, organic leads. And it's that turn of the calendar year of folks on a new year, new workout program. So we're trying to capitalize, get ahead of the incentive of everyone wanting a new thing for the year. So our goal is I want to get 80 people to sign up for our 10-week challenge. 60 from our media agency, 20 organically, total of 80 new sign-ups for our 10-week program. And of those 80, I want 60 of them to become monthly recurring members after. So then in April onward, we'll have 150 times 60. What would that be? And I should know that. 9,000? Gosh, I should be able to know it. 9,000 in monthly recurring going forward from there. So that's the long-term, or that's the 6-month game plan. And we got a heck of a lot of leads. So today with the Monday team meeting, we're going to be reviewing basic sales conversations, following up with schedule appointments, basic objection handling, reminding the team what these leads are seeing, how they're responding, what are they getting set up for, so that when the sales rep is prepping them, helping them get ready to have a good conversation with in-person staff know what the leads have been told, how they're prepared, what they're anticipating, and that we're able to actually, we're not just selling, closing, signing up warm bodies, committing ourselves to help people what they need. So I'm really stoked about that. Really excited about that. And something that's been on my mind, listening to podcasts, figuring out, okay, we got 30 leads over the weekend. And a really good month, like a normal, predictable month, historically the gym will aim for about 100 leads. And you want to get about 20 sign-ups so that you maintain your number you're growing. Well, with 30 leads over 4 days, that's way ahead of schedule. And so now we're going to have scheduling it. We have 2 people that want, everybody wants 4 or 4:30 or maybe 5 p.m. every day. But we have classes at 5, 6, 7, 9 a.m. We need folks to come into those off-hours. So people are going to start complaining, probably, that there's not enough time slots open. Or they want to book like on Monday, that's 2 weeks from now, not this upcoming Monday. So now we're going to have 2 people in a slot. So do we do a double sales conversation or a double out prospect? How are we going to do that? And so we're going to be talking about that. Do we bring on more staff? Do we learn how to have 2 sales conversations at once? How are we going to do it? I don't know. And so that's a new problem. We haven't had too many leads all at once. And that's a good thing. Sign that we're going in the right direction. We have too many people coming in at once. We now have new problems. New level, new devil. It is the phrase that some people like to throw around. This is a good thing. There's going to be stress. There's going to be some pressure points. It's decided that we're actually going in the right direction. If we were having too many cancellations, the bathroom was breaking too many times, okay, those are bad problems. We don't want too many bad problems. Just too many good problems, issues that we know how to fix. And these are growth problems that we need. So that was really encouraging. Talking with the sales rep, figuring out what kind of scripts do we need, what kind of conversations do we need, do we have the right system in place, does he have the right script responses, is our lead agency doing the right thing, are we setting ourselves up for success? I think we are. Right now we're doing a really good thing. But my goal was to get new challenges and new issues. One thing that was kind of a groaner issue over the weekend is some from within the franchise system, they intentionally deleted an old login credential sheet, and they didn't realize it was the one that we are currently using. And so my management team on Saturday was trying to access some of our vendor accounts, and lo and behold, our username and password is deleted. That's all saved on an Excel sheet. The Excel sheet is deleted. And so we now have to go and reset my username and password. And we have that for 60, 70 different vendors. And so that is an example of a non-growth issue. Something like that should not be a problem. The wrong people had access to the right information. So we need to now eliminate person from having that access. That boom. But found to a weird neighborhood. So if someone has access to the wrong person has access to our system, we gotta make that. How do we keep track of who has access if we hire someone or fire someone? Because this should not be an issue. We're slowing ourselves down, and it should not be an issue that we have. And so that's an example of not the kind of problems we need to be giving her. It sounds kind of simple. It sounds kind of basic, but it's something that happened all at the same time where we have growth issues. We now have slowdown issues. So we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We don't need to be having people deleting our access because the wrong people have access to our credentials. It's not a deal breaker. It's easy to recover the deleted feeds. There's archives, there's trash, there's all that stuff. But just keep an eye out. Is this a growth problem or is this a baggage? And someone deleting our credentials. A growth problem is we have too many leads, too much opportunity. Okay, that's something that we can grow into. You can't grow in. Along with all this, with my staff, been listening to a few podcasts about virtual assistants and having folks jump on board to make sure that you're able to keep the business going. And so there are, not surprising, there are agencies that help with virtual assistants, and sometimes they're specific to your industry, in our case, gyms and health facilities. So what I'm wanting to do is work with one of these agencies, help us get 1 or 2, or I don't know how many assistants we'll need, but several individuals that are dirt cheap compared to my staff, and keep our system running smoothly so that we're able to continue growing and handle the administrative tasks, billing, lead follow-up, membership engagement issues, website development, SEO optimization, improving marketing campaign ads, organic social postings, things that do not require my staff that are making 20, 25, 30, 35 an hour. Do they need to be making social media posts, or could someone in the middle of nowhere in the remote woods of Ethiopia or New Zealand or Nicaragua or the Philippines, could they be making a social media post about 15 exercises to do while you have a cold at home and still get your heart rate up in a healthy manner? You could probably do that anywhere in the world for $5 an hour. You don't need a studio manager, assistant manager, or a shift lead to do that. So I figure out, okay, everything that does not require an in-person trained expert to do that, I'm not going to have my team be doing. That is a waste of their time. It's a waste of our internal time, and that is ludicrous if we're going to be the ones doing that kind of thing. So we're not going to be doing this, and I need someone else to be doing it. As for who's going to do it, I'm not sure yet, but stacking up all these things that eat up my staff's time that are not worth time. It's not because it's not a worthwhile task. It's because it doesn't require someone who's making 25, 30, 20 an hour to be doing it. So let me make a little driving adjustment here, or rather a map destination here. And so it's fine. And I'm asking my staff to be very honest, like, does this need to happen by you? And sometimes, yeah, it may need to happen by them because it's their face, it's their name, it's an in-person experience that is vital for them to be doing. Most of the time, though, it doesn't need to happen. Changing out a credit card number? No, doesn't need to be them. No, I'll stop harping on it because I can go all day taking up more time, getting to the point. So that's been something I've been exploring mentally and figuring out, all right, if my staff is now working 40 hours a week, now we'll be working, let's just say they'll be working 25 hours a week on productive stuff. And I'm now paying someone 15 or 20 hours a week to be doing more administrative, less time valuable. What's that staff going to be doing with that newfound time? Are they just going to have new free time, or are they going to be doing something more high value activity? And do I have capacity for them to be doing more high value activity? Well, they should be, because I don't want them to, I want to pay someone $4 an hour, or we'll just say $5 an hour. And now my staff has time, but they have like no productive thing to be doing. So I need to stuff their activity full of things. So in a weird way, it sounds cruel in a sense, but I need my staff to now have 50 hours of work to do, and I need them to do it in 40 hours. I'm like, well, I can't do it. All right, let's offload that. What are the 10 hours of things that need to be going to somebody else? And so for a brief while, I need them to be overscheduled and overcommitted so that they can complain and tell me, no, I don't have time to handle this email follow-up. I cannot handle payroll. There's no way I can write these emails to these 10 members who have their membership ending next month and alert them as to how, send them a link to sign up. No, I have no idea how to update our website or do this new promotion for the new year, new you. Okay, fine. No problem whatsoever. We're going to hand that off to Jolene in Nicaragua or the Philippines. They're going to handle it. It's off your plate. No worries. Well, you went from 50 hours to 45 hours. Good. What else needs to not have time? And if they start saying things like, well, I don't have time for sleep. I don't have time to do like demos or walkthroughs or things that I need them to be doing. Like, okay, hang on, Tiger. You will have time for lead. There are other things you don't have time for. And if they truly have like 10 hours of, let's just say like we hit the problem. We have 10 hours and all they're doing is back to back sales conversations, demos, and sales conversations. Okay, totally fine. That's your highest value activity. Of course, you don't have time for 10 hours of that a day. It's time to hire someone new. And at that point, you hire on more staff. You outsource the stuff that is low value. When you have too much high value, then you bring in more staff. I don't want to bring in staff and teach them how to write and craft emails to get a new credit card. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And so for right now, we're polishing up our time usage, and then we're going to be adding in more staff. So it's a weird transition, but figuring out how to get more of our people in place. So that's what we're doing today. We have a team meeting. We're going to talk about all the lead activities. Stellar, exciting. Slowly, sneakily, I'm shoving more stuff onto their plate, and I'm grateful, and I'm encouraging them. I'm advocating for them. I want them to get a little bit antsy and a little bit overwhelmed so that they start saying, I don't have time for, at the end of the day, should be giving me low value activities. And they're doing great at that. And over time, we'll start chipping this onto somebody else who's a cheaper, less high value people are going to take this and twist this message. But I'm paying my staff to do high value activities because they're high value contributors. There are folks across the world that are valuable people. They have souls. They're not low value people. But I don't need these folks in the other part of the world to be doing demos and walkthroughs in my gym in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. And so I need these other activities that are not as valuable to be done by people that are in the other countries where I don't need them physically present. I'm going to stop right there because I feel like I'm taking too long to get to the point. Let's go get it. Let's rock and roll. Let's have a great Monday. We're 2 weeks out from Christmas, 3 weeks out from the New Year. I'm stoked. I'm excited. Let's rock and roll.
This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.